I made me a little breakfast charcuterie board. Apples. This is some sourdough bread with honey fig, some cheese, almonds, cashews, strawberries, avocado, and then I have my protein shake. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of my little plate. I think it's so cute. I kind of got the idea from my breakfast yesterday. Other things that would be good on here would be like an egg, like a boiled egg. I could have put some sausage. I went ahead and redid my smoothie to blend it up with some mixed greens because it just didn't feel, wasn't giving the, I want my mixed greens in my breakfast too. And I'm doing good on my little plate here. Got some ground chicken, avocado, peppers, and onions. I'm gonna put some Kewpie mayo on it and wrap this thing up, eat it. So we get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of that Soursop today. My mother-in-law, she over there raving about, oh, I got so much energy, blah, blah, blah. Placebo. I'm a hater. Because I don't feel it. But also, I ain't taking it every day. Because I'm not finna deal with the gastrointestinal effects. You hear me? I'm not finna deal with that. So, alright. So, I got it right here. Oh, let me peel this orange. I have decided I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna flinch. I'm like gonna take it like real serious. I was like, just imagine somebody said they was gonna give you $1 million if you took it and you didn't like show no reaction. So it's gonna be no reaction. I'm just gonna take it. I have my lemon ready. I'm gonna take it, be done with it. Cheers. Nothing dramatic, just boom, bam. Here come this cat. Boom, bam. And it's done. It's just that simple. You better get away from here. It's just that simple. I think I'm gonna do it like that with that mindset every time because it's only as bad as you work yourself up to think it is. Is it good? No, not particularly. But it's over. So one of the reasons why I was like holding off on taking the Soursop, which taking it today, it's crazy when I tell you why I was holding off. So it says to not take it when you're on your period or if you're pregnant because it can intensify uterine contractions. One of the reasons why I don't mind taking it, even though my period is probably going to start today or tomorrow, is because if my uterine contractions are harder, yes, I'll have increased cramps, but I'm willing to see if that holds true for me or not because I don't really care. But if you saw a video or so back, I just finished my pound of raspberry tea leaves that I had, so I really shouldn't be taking risks like that when I don't have my raspberry tea leaves, which help with my cramps. But I'm gonna just see what it does, but I don't I can't foresee anything because I don't know. But trying it out, I have a hypothesis of what might happen based on what I've read, and I'm trying it out to see what happens to me. I think sometimes when you're looking into something, like let's say Soursop, you look into it and you only look at, if you look up the benefits of Soursop, then you have kind of farmed the information that you're going to get, because if you say the benefits, then you will get the benefits. You won't necessarily get the downside of it. you know, like what it might do to like the increase in bile, the increase that your liver has to do with taking it, the faster gastric emptying, which I don't agree with as somebody who is trying to. Oh, that's another reason why I wasn't taking it, because as somebody who is trying to make sure that my iron stays up, I can't have nutrients being moved through my body that quickly. I need the nutrients to have time to absorb. So it moves food through my body very quickly. And no, I know people would think that's great because of what it says on the scale. But if I don't get the iron that I need, if I don't get the vitamins that I need, the minerals that I need, what are we doing here? Yeah, those are some of the reasons why I was like giving it a break. But yeah, I'm want to try it out. I do feel like my skin looks better. I did feel that my get like after I'd used it for some days and then I was off of it for some days, I could feel that my GI system felt better. And I feel like that is based on the cleaning out that it does. But when you in it day to day, it's kind of, it was taxing on me. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it like as I feel comfortable taking it. I did last week or this more or Monday, I don't remember what day. Maybe it was over the weekend. I did take an apricot seed. So I'm gonna try to do both of them at least once a week. Just like as a health maintenance kind of thing of cell, if there are any radical, like free radicals or cancerous cells, just hedging my bets. That's all we're doing, because really, I don't believe everything I read. I'm not that. But I do believe in hedging my bets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do a little something, but I ain't gonna just put my whole, if it doesn't feel right and if I know what I need for myself, I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. See, I should have took my iron this morning. I got like 3 more for the next 4 days. I have some more upstairs, but they're a lower dose. I'm gonna take those at night, take those in the morning. Try to get my iron up during this time in my cycle. Y'all about to die, and I ain't doing nothing but rambling. So I just wanted to come and talk a little bit more about that. I have 55 minutes on here, so we will be wrapping this week up. Hi, it is Friday. So I got my little plate for the day. Has some Triscuits, apples, almonds, strawberries, and some cheese, cheddar cheese. Then I have my Premier Protein. I'm thinking about I need to go to Costco's and get some chia seeds so that I can get back to the chia seed pudding, or maybe oatmeal, overnight oats, something like that, where I can put the chia seeds in there to get my protein that way a little bit more versus this way. I still might utilize these, but just a little more. I feel like in the morning I want to eat more natural a little bit. I be in the mood to be more natural. As the day goes on, I don't, but in the morning I want to, and that's why I ended up blending this into a thing so I can add my greens. And I might just do that with this, because at least that'll make me feel better about it, because then it becomes a carrier for my mixed green leafy vegetables. And so in my head, that feels better. I'm not gonna have the soursop today. I just had it once. I don't know if I told you I was gonna take it again, but I didn't, because I didn't want to. I'm kind of going by what my body tells me. Why am I taking it? So I'm taking it primarily, it's not a good reason, but because I bought it in December, and I'm like, my mother-in-law brought it back to my remembrance that I had it, and I'm just like trying to use it, see if it does anything in me that makes me like want to keep doing it. So far, I think that I would be the type of person, like how older people use those kinds of things like cod liver oil and what is it called, castor oil. I would use this soursop in that same way. Like if you're sick, this might be something helpful, like medicinal. Not, I'm not gonna probably take it every day. And you'll see me go back and forth because I'm on a journey. You'll see me, like in the video before this, I was counting my calories, which nothing was wrong with it. It was more so seeing where I'm at. Like I'm not running from data, but I don't have to collect it on a daily basis. Like I have my Fitbit on still because I'm trying to find out about that readiness score and like, does my feeling track with how they're saying my readiness is for activity. So I'm more using it. I'm using them in the short term to give me information and not in the long term to force me to do habits or to digitalize me. I don't know if I made that word up, but I don't want to be like digitalized. I want to do things naturally. Ooh, it's a beautiful day, I want to go walk. Or it's after work, this is the time that I move my body, stretch out my limbs, get outside, get the fresh air. These are just things that I do. I don't want to sit all day, so I'm going to get on the walking pad. This is some equipment that I have because I work sitting down or standing up because I have a standing desk, so sometimes I'm standing up. Having a more loving relationship with my body is my goal. When I say I'm doing these things to have a better relationship with my body, that's not dismissing the fact that I am somewhat weight conscious, not as much as other people in my weight focus, I would say. But I understand the reasons why my focus is there because of my socializing, because of the world that I live in. That is a part of my story and who I am. So I respect that. I just, and it's nothing like if it needs to move on, if it needs to get bigger or smaller, in my head or in my want, it will as I grow closer to myself. But I don't feel the need. That's why it may look confusing if you're talking about these things of just be free, because that is the ultimate goal, to just to live in the body and have the experiences, not have my day-to-day wasted. I feel like eating this little like individual like little pieces of stuff. I'm working on it. It's almost gone. But it gives me that opportunity to work on that mindful eating to you about of just like biting into it, like looking at it, like even with it being the way it's plated, it gives me the opportunity to look at it and enjoy the look of the fruit and the food, and then to take bites. Because like yesterday I had that wrap, that's a lot of different flavors all at once, which is cool to also identify those, but it's harder to be as mindful or as in depth with each bite or each flavor than when you have like a single thing, like when you're eating an apple and like really being mindful of the bite and how it feels to bite into that apple, the different tastes of the apple, how it tastes at different times in different places. I've never paid that much attention to my food. Never. But I'm trying it out. Just when I have time, because I think we also chatted about the fact that the book that I'm reading, the one about emotional eating, talks about, this is not something you can do with every bite or every meal, but when I have time to focus on it like this, I want to take those opportunities. And I just do feel like having these little different types of food plated in this way helps with that. So back, I only got a little bit left, but eating it like this also gives me that time to experience fullness to come, because it takes about 20 minutes for you to get to for that signal to come, for you to feel that. But I can eat, I don't know about you, I could eat faster than that. If this was like a breakfast sandwich, I could eat that in like 5 minutes. So me just picking at things, and it gives me time to get that hunger signal. I mean, fullness signal. I do understand how, because we live in a world that is, because diet culture has kind of hijacked these concepts, it may feel like, okay, but why are you trying to get full, you know, like, well, because that is the natural way of like getting to know my body is my right. Getting to know my body is my right. It is, it does not belong to diet culture. It does not belong to, you know, weight loss or to any certain person. I can get to know my body. I can feed my body healthy or foods. I can feed my body foods that love on me from the inside. It can be that because I deserve that. And that is my right. Whether I'm trying to lose weight or not, that is my right. And that supersedes, that was here before diet culture was. Just because it has taken that and tried to lay claim on that, it doesn't own that. It does not. And that has been really freeing for me to like get back to. It doesn't own that. Our food and movement have been here before the first low-fat diet came on the market, or the first vegan or vegetarian or high protein or low carb. Before all of that, there was people, their bodies, them finding out what made them feel best. There were people learning, you know, this berry does that, that berry does that, these leaves do that, these leaves do that. People were learning their bodies for themselves. People were walking, dancing, fighting, wrestling, playing games, all before gyms came along. All before that little shaky machine. You know, people were taking care of themselves. People were stretching and moving their bodies. All before people put a title on it to try to make money. All before. So it's mine. It belongs to me. It belongs to me. So that's why I'm doing it. It belongs to me. I'm trying the Soursop because I deserve to try out, just as all the other humans did before me, long before me. Try out different plants and medicinal things to see how they work in my body, to see if they're helpful for me. That is a human thing that we have access to, that you don't have to be confused about which way to go, because other people profit off of us feeling confused. When you can sit with yourself and decide, what do I want today? What do I want for me today? What do I want to do? How do I feel like moving my body? How do I feel like nourishing my body? What do I feel like today? You're not, these people don't know you better than you know you. All right. So, I was thinking, I think sometimes when I say stuff, I think people think that because I'm saying that about me and my journey, that I feel that way about their journey. I think, just like I think I said earlier in this video, about like when you Google something and you look for the benefits, I think we tend to stay the same, or don't develop many more thoughts or ideas after a certain age, because we tend to gravitate towards people who think exactly like us, do things exactly like us. And I don't know if that's, you know, for me, that's not how I want to live my life. I, watch a variety of different people and listen to a variety of different thoughts, and whatever path they're set on is the path that they're on, and I respect that. And I don't necessarily think that there's anything wrong with their job. I don't know them. I don't know enough about them to say, oh, I don't know that. So, I think that it can be hard to stomach, trust me, it can be hard to stomach people who have alternative thoughts to what we have. But, I don't know, if you're only surrounded by, if you're living in a silo of people who only think, of people who only just amen what you already think, that's kind of why we in the trouble we in right now in the world, because everybody just sticks to the people that they know and the information that they know, and they don't even go out and look for alternative information. They immediately dismiss anything that goes against what they want to believe. And we are in a world of trouble based on that. Based on just that that people do not want to accept new information. They want to just, and it's not even about like you have to take it in, but just even knowing. There's just a lot of stuff that I see and hear, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what these people think. Does that make sense to me? No. Do I see how it maybe makes sense to them? Yeah, okay. Good to know. Or this is where they're coming from. You don't have to, it's not going to jump into you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to believe it just because somebody else believes it, but be aware of what your neighbor might be listening to, what they might have thoughts about. It don't hurt to be aware. But me, I want to know. I want to know. Yeah.
A wildly conservative estimate. A very rough internet search says modern poker cards were created in 1480. Let's say January 1st, 1480, the French distributed billions of decks of cards around the world, and every day since, a billion decks are properly shuffled. This is of course a wild overestimation, but when we are dealing with the magnitude of 52 factorial, it doesn't make a difference. That means today, as of writing this script, there have been 198 trillion deck shuffles. We can then plug that into our birthday problem solver to see that equates to a probability of
birthday problem solver
2.4 times 10 to the minus 40.
Dang.
Or 1 in 4 times 10 to the 39.
That's small.
Wow. Honestly, I thought these odds would have been like 1 in 1,000.
So now the odds are like basically saying you not even getting close to 1. Mean? So then now the odds are so big.
I went to the atomic scale.
Yeah.
I figured out what volume consists of 4 times 10 to the 39th water molecule. This is slightly more than La Gobierna in Argentina. The odds of 2 people picking a single water molecule out of this lake, and those 2 water molecules being the same, are about the same likelihood that 2 decks of properly shuffled cards have been the same. Which as far as I'm concerned is 0. It's not happening.
As far as you're concerned.
No, it's math.
Now, let's return to my claim that it is not just freakingly insanely big.
Face look clearer too.
Fabio.
Wash my face with snail mucin.
So stupid. So this is a retie, and you prefer a retie to a twist, right? To the home roll.
Oh yeah, this lasts like forever.
Yeah.
And it feels better.
Good.
And you ain't gotta wear them clips. Oh!
You didn't know
he just sneezed. No, he just sneezed. Hold on, get your air
like
out.
30 minutes ago, bro.
Get your breathing. All right, why you whispering though? Why you whispering?
But you gotta stop being so ignorant.
Talk about it's his. It's his saying.
Here, show your braids.
What is it, the braid?
No. Well, you didn't let your size be out for some reason.
I'm trying to be like you.
You're trying to be like me.
No.
No, he was talking about me. We did a little bit of a redo. Hi, Kimby. You're in the witness protection program?
I think he left some soap in it.
Oh, no, that's your grace.
Nah.
That's just a grace.
It actually look kind of fly.
The grays?
Yeah, look at it. It's
What
like,
is it, the grace?
It's like in one spot. That's clever. That's clever. It's in like one spot.
I don't know if it's in one spot.
I mean, like, on the camera, it's concentrated in one spot. I really can't see for real.
Don't new growth start from the roots?
Hold on, yeah. What's that?
So how is the tips of his hair not gray?
Because it hasn't grown. It grows out of it.
So don't stress me out.
Let me show my other work. Kebby. Sit
Been a
down.
week. The other work ain't there no more.
It is. On this video that I'm editing, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down. Hold on, come on. Come follow. So on this video that I'm about to upload that will come out right before this one, I think I'm gonna put in the title, my mother-in-law is crazy or something like that, because I know, you know, some folk like drama. And so I'm gonna put on there, my mother-in-law is crazy. And I mean crazy like funny, like crazy. She wow, that girl crazy. Not she crazy, right? But people will take it as that. But I'm like, do I want to do that? I'ma just do it this way and we'll see, huh? And when I say she crazy, I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence. Y'all about to die. Hold on, let me try to plug it up right. It's not a coincidence that when my husband and I met, when I was 18 years old, that he was so comfortable with me. He was familiar with the type of personality that's a little off. I ain't saying that the lady is off, but I'm saying we have similar personalities. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar. Okay, so, and I think I'm great. So I'm not saying nothing wrong with the lady. I enjoy her brand of crazy. But the fact remains. You know what I'm saying? The fact remains that she is. Took my car because I don't know if I told you. Remember, my car stopped on me at a red light. So they took the car, the two Kevins, my son and my husband took the car to see what was wrong, to get a diagnostic, whatever. And one of the sensors is broken or whatever. And then they had this other list of things that need to be done. They was like, it need a tune up, it need a this, or that. I was okay with the price. He was just talking to me, this got to be done right now, blah, blah, blah. I said, just do it all. Because it cannot be stopping when we putting my son in it. And that might not be the car that he's in for very long, but it cannot do that with my son. You know, now me, I don't really want it to do that with me, but I know not to panic. I'm telling them, people, go around, get gone. You know, but he is a newbie and he's not used to that lifestyle. I had a mother whose car stopped frequently at red lights, so I'm used to that lifestyle. He's not used to that lifestyle. The car's never stopped with him in the car, so he's not used to the lifestyle. So I'm gonna make sure I need the car to do right when he's in the car, because also he's gonna refuse. He's gonna refuse, and I respect that. So yeah, they're getting that. So I might not even have the car, and if they gonna stay at the car place with their crazy selves, cause I'm not driving his car. I don't like that car. So it's too fast. It's too big. I don't like it. So I won't be driving it. They will have to get an Uber if they coming home. Or they should have brought me the car. They should have brought the car. We could have drove back. I don't know, but I'm not driving that car. So if they want to get home, they can have to get an Uber. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to the gym because I don't know when they're going to be back. But if I go to the gym, long story short, about the gym. So I am thinking about joining the gym again. My job sent a, I need to be thinking about washing my hair because I haven't done so in quite some time. Anyways, what was I about to say? My job sent another thing. They reminded me that they paid $30 a month for a gym membership. They will reimburse you, I think $30 or $35 a month for a gym membership. I said, you leaving money on the table? No. So I'm thinking about getting a gym membership. Like, I'm trying to decide which place I want to get the gym membership. My husband wants me to join the gym he's at because he's trying to come up with every reason in the book why it's a better choice. Because honestly, I think he just wants me to join the gym he's at, and that's fine. My doctor goes to the gym. I don't know if I told y'all, I saw my doctor at the gym yesterday. Do you see your doctor at the gym? No, because your doctor don't go to the gym. Your doctor do not be on the leg press. My doctor was on the leg press. But anyway, but I left her alone. I didn't say nothing to her because she's not at work. She's not at work. But if I start there, we may develop a relationship. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so that was cool. I might, because they have so much stuff. They have the Pilates Reformer classes. They have that. They have, of course, cycle. They have heated pool. They have aqua aerobic type of things. They have a track. They have, of course, group classes, sauna, all that kind of stuff. But the things that are putting them above the commercial gym is just the heated pool aspect, because other places have a pool, but it's not heated. They have the Pilates Reformer things. The other places not going to have that. And then they have all the other classes, but other places are going to have those classes. They have a different kind of clientele. So you're not going to run into a lot of riffraff, which I don't have a problem with riffraff. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to find girls that I would like to work out with, it would be easier to find the type of girls that I would like to work out with where the riffraff be. Versus this place, which has an older clientele. Because the riffraff brings the girls to the yard. So I don't know. And at the commercial gym, that's where the dance class that I went to in the last video, that's where that's at. But I don't go that often because distance. So it's just, I'm still thinking about it. But I'm gonna, they here. All right. So they ended up Ubering home. And the car is, we're gonna see what all's what. And it's funny when I'm glad that my son was able to go with him so he would be able to hear a mechanic talk about cars, because he was like, they're like, everybody wants to say, how long is the car gonna last or whatever. And he's like, well, my wife has a 2007 that has 200 something thousand miles on it that she doesn't want to get rid of, or we keep it, blah, blah, blah. Because all cars need maintenance. Like, my car needs a tune-up. A new car, eventually it would be needing a tune. Like, there was maintenance that I was supposed to do on the car that I didn't do, but that's what you're supposed to do to any car. And sensors go out on cars. That's how it goes. That car has less than 120,000 miles on it. I just like to keep my money in my pocket. But we might get another car just so we have, 3 cars to choose from. And you might see me in the red one. You might see me in the newer used car that we get. But I'm not getting a car payment. And so I know that things are going to be changing as far as car prices. I'm not going to let that rush me either. Like, nothing is going to rush me. I don't wait too long to be rushed now, just because if the world going in, then I don't need a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be rushed by any of these things. It's not an emergency. And because I'm not as tied to consumerism. I'm a consumer for sure. but I'm not as tied to consumerism as other people. I think that I'm uniquely positioned to still feel cool during this time, whatever this time may mean to you. Things, and so I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the relationship that I have with money. I don't know where that comes from, but as we talk about wellness, it's this time when things may be changing around us, understanding that, taking a closer look at your relationship to things may not be a bad idea. And not holding on, again, while I save a lot of money and while I'm going to, during this time, make investments and things like that to hopefully have a better tomorrow. I'm not that tied to money. It's not tied to who I think I am as a person. So this shirt, you're gonna see this shirt a million times. I think it has oil stain on it. And I'm probably gonna spend some cash on my hair no time soon, but there's things in the works, a hairstyle or changes I may be making that's gonna cost money. But so yeah, when I feel like being a part of consumerism, I do, but that stuff be adding up when you just buying little trinkets here, little trinkets there. Every time you go out the house. I know y'all know. Hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I will see you next week.